Welcome to Know Thyself, and today we're going to be discussing the book Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Arguably is more famous for his work with Rich Dad Poor Dad. However, this book will give you some very practical steps on how to become wealthy. Meaning by the end of this, you should find out how to be that person on the beach instead of wishing for it. How you speak about money creates your relationship to it. So you put yourself in one of these four categories based on how you interact with money. What do you do? What specific language do you use? One side are still working for money, the other is having money work for them. Let's look at all four in a little more depth. First, we have employee. You know you're an employee if you are looking for a safe and secure job. You'll be motivated by fear and as such will not take risks or chances. You are Jack's complete lack of surprise that you ended up in a nursing home at 65 or 70, wondering what you did with your life. Chances of beach almost zero. The next is the self-employed specialist. You know you're a specialist if you have a particular set of skills. You'll often be a professional such as a doctor, teacher or a lawyer. The downside? You will often have to wear a suit to work. You will often see yourself as better than the mere employee, but you must remember that you often have just one skill set, and if you lose that skill for any reason, you're right back to being an employee. You do not understand how to make money work for you yet. Just like any dying breed, you've got to make sure you're ahead of the rest of the pack. And in the third quadrant we have the business owner. Just like Bill Gates and every other entrepreneur, you will have a business idea, start it, and have other people eventually work for you. This has many distinct advantages for you. Sometimes you don't even have to be the one who knocks. The last is the investor, who really knows how to make money work for them. And as Warren Buffett always says, they will invest in all of the other asset classes, realising that cash, on-hand cash, is just one form of asset. They will use their wealth with money to buy other things such as commodities in silver and gold, or equities such as stocks and bonds, or even real estate. Now this is the real way that you can get rich, by making your money work for you and investing in quite a diverse portfolio of assets. You need to find out the way that this works, because given the current rate of inflation, the value of your money is actually going down. $100 today will be worth $99 in a year's time. You need to find a way to invest in other assets that are going up. At the moment, my assets are invested in stocks and real estate, because as Warren always says, if you invest in a business that can get you a return on your investment as well as keeping your capital, that's what you need to consider. Now, Robert really emphasises this point by an example that I'd like to give of an African village. They find themselves near a water supply, and the mayor takes a vote to see who would like to take the water from the water supply to the village on a contract. 2 people win the contract and decides that competition would be good. The first man runs out and buys a bucket, begins to shovel water back and forth to the village, earning money instantly. The second man isn't seen from. After around 6 months, the second man comes back. The first man has earned quite a substantial amount of money. The second man decides to build a pipeline between the village and the water supply. Then, after a year's time, they have the opening ceremony in which he announces that his water is half the price of the man with the bucket and twice as clean. Within months, the man has 90% market share and doesn't have to work to earn his money. He essentially has built himself a pipeline of wealth. That is how you need to think. What endeavours are you taking today to build that pipeline? So, back to our start. I asked you, how would you end up on a beach? Hopefully now you've worked out a way you can develop your pipeline. Thank you so much for watching. This is a recommendation from Dante. If there's a particular book you would like me to do a summary of, just let me know in the comment section below.